Chris, first off, man, happy birthday, man.
Appreciate it.
If you can, man, just at this point in your career, man, where you had an opportunity, to go up 3-1, just kind of talk about, at this point in your career, how urgent, man, was to come out and really set the tone, establish it right away as, you have a legit shot, man, to get to the Western Conference Final.
Yeah, we just tried to be aggressive on both ends. We knew that, they were going to play a lot better than they did Game 3, and, we just tried to sustain it all game. CC was huge, protecting the rim, everybody that came in. We knew they were going to make a run at some point, but we just tried to stay the course.
Hey, Chris, last game you joked that pull-up jumper, mid-range game is kind of your layups.
Yeah.
How important? Not joking, but how important was that today when the long-range shots weren't falling for you guys?
I guess it was. I mean, if Gobert gonna be back, that's where I'm gonna shoot it.
For all you guys in the locker room, the message is, even y'all are up 3-1, that y'all haven't done anything. Thoughts about that?
We're not satisfied just being up 3-1. Like, start training camp and beginning of regular season, just entire regular season, we didn't come this far just to be up 3-1 in the semifinal. So we got a long way to go. It's a good road win for us, though.
James, Clint blocks that shot right before the buzzer, then you get in his face, you're yelling and screaming. What was the message you were giving him there?
I can't exactly tell you what I said to him, but he's put himself in this position, to go out here and play at a high level and just do the things that we ask for him to do, every single night. He has our back, and it feels good to have somebody have our back. Like he does, and so he doesn't get a lot of credit for it. He doesn't, ask for a lot. He just goes out there and does his job every single night, and as a result, 6 blocks tonight and 20 alter shots.
Right.
That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Right. James, Mike was saying it was hard at times even to run your guys' sets because they were so into you guys. It was the most aggressive physical game of the series. What was the feel like on the court with the crowd and just the overall intensity from both sides tonight?
It was great. It was a playoff atmosphere, playoff intensity. And like Chris said, we knew that they were going to come out more aggressive, and they did. But we just kept our composure, got up shots when we needed to, or we tried to get up shots and not just give them easy transition points or points off our turnovers and things like that. But as long as we got a good shot up and got our defense back to set up and make them play one-on-one in front of us, that's all we can ask for.
Chris, are you putting any, additional pressure on yourself? We saw how intense you've been, man. Just to really, push this team at that time.
I'm always like that. No, ain't no additional pressure. We just taking it one game at a time. You know what I mean? It showed a lot of grit for us to come in here and win 2 games, but we still got a lot of work to do, and that's why, we not relaxing. We gonna keep going.
James, Chris kind of alluded to it before, over 30 mid-range shots you guys took tonight, nearly that many in Game 3 as well. That's obviously a big departure from your normal style. You guys obviously adjusted and got through it really well, but is there any surprise that you've honestly been taken out of the normal types of shots that you get to that degree?
No, there's no surprise. That's how they play defensively, and, Chris shoots them shots like a layup, so he's going to do it. He's going to shoot them 20, 40 times, as many as he has to. He was extremely aggressive tonight, which we need from him. But that's how they play us. They want to take the three ball away and gives us layups and I guess foul shots or whatever. We got to find other ways to generate threes, and we've done that. And even if the 3 ball isn't working, our defense was phenomenal. Just giving up 84 points. Offensively, like I've said before, the 3 balls are just a bonus.
Right.
That's extra. But the way we get it done is our defense, and we've been doing that.
Clint, Mike was telling us how with 4 minutes left, obviously you played a lot of minutes, you're gassed. Asked for a sub, he calls timeout. You're like, no, that a timeout's good enough. You finished strong from that point on. What's kind of your mindset at that point?
No, my mindset was to go out there and play the hardest I can. I got a little bit gassed before the timeout, but after the timeout, 2 minutes was enough for me. So that's all I was asking for, and he wanted to sub me out. I was like, oh, we have the timeout, so I'm good. I'm ready to go back. So I went back out there and felt great.
James and Chris, James mentioned those numbers, the 6 block shots and the 20 altered shots. If he's going to be defending like that, what kind of feel do you have about sort of the possibilities for this team if that's the kind of defense you're getting from the big men?
We talk about it all the time, man. It's so many things that happen throughout the game that don't show up on the stat sheet. You know what I mean? So when guys go in there and they see Clint, I think Donovan drove one time and he saw Clint and he tried to pass it and it's a steal. I got the steal. That doesn't show up on the stat sheet. So it shows how selfless Clint is. You know what I mean? It's a lot of those mid-range shots that we get because Gobert doesn't want him to dunk. You know what I mean? So all those screens, all those things that you see us do has everything to do with Clint.
Chris, in your walk-off, you mentioned...
You got a question?
Chris, over here. In your walk-off, you referenced the series a couple years ago when you were up 3-1 and ended up losing the series. How long did that experience stick with you? And
I don't know. James was fouling. They was cheating. I don't remember. I got that out of my brain.
That's over with.
Right. That's out. That's out.
What's the warning from that you can take into not letting the same thing happen here? Is there
I don't know.
He not even thinking about that, honestly. Yeah, we just
don't relax.
We got a game on Tuesday, and we're gonna do whatever it takes to close it out. I mean, I don't know what he's thinking. I know he's not thinking that. But yeah, we just as a team, we just fight for each other. We go out there, play our butt off, and win the game.
Clint, specifically on the glass, how challenging is it going up against Gobert? I mean, what's that battle like, and how have you been able to have success on the boards?
I mean, every single game, sometimes it's not even Gobert. It's like 3 guys from the weak side. They're really aware every time I go to offensive glass, like they grab, they hear, so it gets my job harder. But I'm still able to do what I do, get rebounds and be here. So I'm just going to keep doing it consistently. This is what we need, and this is what gets us going also. And extra possessions, we got a couple of threes, just like that. And I enjoy doing it. And I'm going to keep doing it.
One thing that stood out is until late in the third quarter, the Jazz didn't get any second chance points against you guys. How critical was it keeping them shut down in that category for the first 3 quarters, essentially?
You know, they do a really good job of moving the basketball and playing off the catch, and so they try to get guys in scramble mode. So when the shot goes up, they got opportunities for offensive rebounds. But I mean, these last few games, we've done a pretty good job of containing the basketball, so guys can match up with their man and get a good box out, so we don't give up second chance points. That's key. That's a huge part of the series. If we can contain the basketball and limit them to one shot every single time down, it makes it hard for anybody.
Chris, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it looked like there was an incident at some point during the game with your brother CJ and kind of being walked off or whatever. From your perspective, what happened, and was there anything that was said by fans or?
I don't know. I saw him trying to put my brother out. That's out. Yeah, that's out. Even at all, might not be many playoff games I played in, but even at all of them, that's out. Don't put him out.
Chris, I know friendships pause when you're playing against someone in a series, but do you have thoughts on how Donovan's handled himself?
Say that one more time.
I know. Do you have thoughts on how Donovan's been able to kind of handle himself on the court in his first playoff run?
I don't know. We're just going to keep playing right now.
That's out.
Right.